Thank you so much. Well, good morning to everyone. Good morning to our chamber leaders from across the state. We appreciate everyone's presence. We appreciate everyone sticking with us through this month. We, on behalf of the Texas Association of African American Chambers, are excited about October and excited about our upcoming conference. And again, thank you all, chamber leaders from across the state, for your continued participation. Just want to say greetings. I know Mr. Gorey was with us last week. Andre from Prairie View was with us. Brother Sims, Dr. Francis. I want to welcome you all. If you all just want to say a good morning to us, we certainly would appreciate it. Just a quick greeting from your chambers.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me here today. I thought I'd pop in.
Yes.
And, I am the secretary for the Corpus Christi Black Chamber, and I am bringing you greetings from South Texas. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Awesome.
Good morning, everyone. I am Andrea Miller, and I am the president of the Prairie View City Chamber of Commerce, and excited to be on this Zoom call this morning, as always. Looking forward to seeing you all at the conference.
Yes, ma'am. Looking forward to it too. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, group. My name is Kerry Gorey. I'm chairman of the Denton, Texas Black Chamber of Commerce. I'm excited to be here. Look forward to the planning of the upcoming in-person conference. I can't wait to get together with everyone and hugs and bump hands and high fives again.
Amen. I'm looking forward to that too, sir. Looking forward to that. Mr. Sims.
Good morning. This is Ted Sims. I'm with TSG Industries primarily, and I was working with the National Association of Minority Contractors in Beaumont. And so I have some connections here. I'm based in Houston, but have an office in Duncanville, and just want to see our businesses thrive. So anything I can do to help support that effort, I'm here.
Awesome. So glad to have you join us and appreciate you. We've been looking to get more connected in Beaumont, Port Arthur area. So very glad that you're here. So awesome. Well, today, team, we want to share a couple of notes with you all as we get closer to the conference. Matt and I will tag team on this. I wanted to kind of start off with just talking about our accommodations. We do, as you all know, we're planning for in-person the 27th and 28th, and then virtual presentation on the 29th. So if our vice chair could, I think it'd be maybe easier to go through the schedule again first, and then I'll talk about the host hotel. But Matt, if you could share your screen and share the schedule, I think that would be helpful.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Sorry, I was getting myself off of mute. My apologies. Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing? Let me pin my video. Okay, great. And I'm going to share my screen. What we've done for the last, since our meeting last Monday, I created a flyer front and back that will have, that has the virtual format with our QR code for our registration link, which we'll talk about later. But I am going to now share you all. I was going to share my screen, but I think I want to just send this file to you all so that you all can see it as well in the chat box. So if you will take a look, I'm going to download several files so that you all can have, and then we can look on this together. Bear with me. you'll see four documents in the chat box. I will also send you these. I'll also send you these via email after the meeting. And so, can you all see them or no? If not, I can also share my screen. In fact, I'll share.
No, I see them in the chat. They're there.
Okay, perfect. So, on our conference officially starts on Thursday with our annual meeting, but on Wednesday we like to have our informal setting, as you can see, based on, and I'm just sharing my flyer now, based on what Mr. Goree said earlier. We want to bump fists and fellowship. And so we want us to get started Wednesday at 1 p.m. on the 27th at Herman Park Memorial Golf Course in Houston. It's a municipal golf course in the city's core that is also accessible, so that we can meet with us TAG members, so we can have informal foursomes to play, network, but also gives the opportunity for the Houston area businesses to play golf, because during COVID, that was the mode of networking primarily for me. But I know a lot of business leaders decided to take up golf more, so it was safe and still be able to conduct business. After that, we will have an informal networking mixer at the Our Legend Cigar Bar and Lounge. It's a Black-owned cigar lounge. I believe it's on the Alameda Strip. I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Courtney. On Thursday is when we will start our TAC board meeting at 9 a.m. 8:30. We will have our continental breakfast for everyone. We are asking all of our board members to be present by 9 a.m. to start our board meeting. We will also have an opportunity for our partners, our sponsors, or our potential partners to also meet as we reignite our advisory group. Our Madam Chairwoman will talk a little bit more about that, but we will have that simultaneously with our meeting at 9 a.m. Thursday until 11. During the meeting, we'll have our regular business, but we'll also conduct elections. And so we will need to activate the nominating committee and things of that nature. At 11:30, we will all come together and we'll have an awards luncheon at the Buffalo Soldiers Museum. This is not the traditional luncheon that we have at a hotel, where we will set out the place settings to expect over 100 people or so. We are expecting a minimal attendance. We want all of our TAC people who've traveled, who attended the meeting, to attend this, but we also would like our state elected officials, our legislatures, and the House of Representatives, for all of the work they've done this summer during the session going to DC. We want to be able to honor them as well. So we would like to invite them, local Houston officials, and then our Hall of Fame inductees, because we are also conducting our 2021 the Black Texas Business Hall of Fame. And so all of that's happening Thursday. The goal is to create a video production presentation so that we will focus the luncheon as optics, so that we can post on our website, post on our YouTube and Facebook, while having minimal crowd, because we don't want, again, to crowd everyone in one place, but we want to show the state and the country all of the great work that's happening in Texas. So it will be minimal people, about 50 or so. We're guessing 50 to 100 capacity, and we are setting the price at $40 per luncheon. You'll have that option. You could state if you want to attend the luncheon, yes or no, on the registration application, and then we'll follow up with you on invoicing. After that, at 2 o'clock, we're finished with our in-person portion, and people are able or free to drive home or go to wherever conduct business that they need to do for the rest of the day. And we will reconvene on Friday morning. Friday morning will be virtual. So if you are traveling from Houston, from other places to Houston, Once we end Thursday, you can either drive to your homes, back to your locations, or you can stay in Houston another evening, book another hotel room, and then at 9 a.m., log on so that we can start our virtual conference. This is what we will have. We will have a condensed version of last year's conference. We'll have Bill Cunningham still make a great presentation, the state of the economic forecast at 9. We will have a 12:30 virtual lunch presentation in which the vision is to summarize what happened Thursday to the virtual audience so we can be transparent across the state. And in between those two major events, we'll have 5 workshops. One is the Chairman's Roundtable, which will be at the end at 3 o'clock, 3:45. But we have 4 other workshops that we would like chamber members to be a part of. And so if you're interested, they're going to be 45-minute Zoom workshops in which we would like to see if the chamber has done any innovation during this COVID season. Please email me. I will also send this in a follow-up email to everyone. But we would like to spotlight 4 organizations across the state so that we can all see what you all are doing. So, Madam Chair, I know I belabored the point, but I wanted to have a thorough description of our virtual conference format. Please let me know if there are any questions. Also, lastly, closing reception is 3:45 to 4. I know, Madam Chair, your original schedule, you wanted us to end at 3:30, but after meeting with Advanced Net Labs and coordinating with the virtual logistics of Zoom, we adjusted the schedule accordingly so that we can maximize our time and minimize the time that we have to spend with each other. Though I love you all.
Yes. Well, our vice chair, again, for the second year in a row, has done a beautiful job helping us lay out a very impactful conference. We want to add key networking opportunities. Networking is so important for us as chamber leaders. It's so important for our members. And then also couple that with recognition. If we don't recognize top Black businesses, who else will? So it's very important to recognize those successful businesses in our community. And then thirdly, round it off with key education and the ability to learn from each other, the ability to showcase our chambers and some key data and information that they have. So it's just a blessing for us to be in a position to do this. We feel like we can do it safely. I do want to just kind of stress the safety. We're doing it in a hybrid way to try to protect our members and our community, but feel like it's important for us to move forward and have connectivity. So we're super excited. A lot of great opportunities. We want to really start to push forward with registration and being able to get people signed up. And one of the big things that we are doing for this conference is we've been blessed with good sponsors. We want to give back to our chambers. So please note that there is not a cost for the luncheon. We know that you all will be spending resources traveling in, so we want to provide that for you. So on the morning of the 28th, there will be continental breakfast available, and I'm gonna try to slide in with our caterer some grits and eggs and some hot food for us to get our day started. We'll do our board meeting. Elections, very important, as we pick the leaders of our organization, and then roll into lunch. So just know that there is no cost for representatives from our chamber. If there are other guests in the community that want to attend, we can work through that with the nominal ticket price. But just know for our chamber leaders, you all are covered for that. The other thing I wanted to mention is on that Wednesday evening, also too, the reception that we're going to do, just the networking reception. We will have refreshments there also, where we will be at a wonderful spot here in Houston called Our Legends. It is in the historic third ward area, and it's owned actually by one of the Greater Houston Black Chamber Advisory Board Chair. Mr. Thomas Jones owns this particular facility. One of the first things you'll see on the wall when you get there, it's called Our Legends, because it's designed to honor African-American heroes in the Houston area. We also have a Black-owned restaurant that'll be catering some refreshments for us there also. So all you got to do is get here. We will treat you wonderful. Once you make it, a lot of Southern hospitality, a lot of wonderful information. So two things that I want to share. One is we were able to locate, and Mr. Vice Chair, if you'll allow me to share my screen, we were able to locate a Black-owned hotel here in the Houston area. That's right in downtown Houston. It is 7 minutes away from the Buffalo Soldiers Museum, about 9 minutes away from the Herman Park where we'll be golfing at. So we feel like it's a great location. Charles O'Neill, our president, stayed there this past week when he came to Houston for an event. So he, scoped it out for us. But it's part of the Bob Johnson portfolio. Can you all see the flyer for the Courtyard Marriott? Can you all see it? Okay, good. So we have 3 options for you, all within the same complex. So based upon your, family size, if you're traveling with your spouse or children, we have the, hold on, let's see. Did the screen change?
Yes, the screen changed. We see the website.
Okay. So we have the Courtyard Marriott is in this vicinity in campus, as well as the Spring Hill Suites is on the campus, as well as the Residence Inn. So all 3 options are available to you all. And the first photo that I was showing was a little bit better. Let me stop sharing and I'll go back and see if I can share again. I think I clicked on the link. But all 3 hotels are a possibility for you to utilize in the process. So just know, just based upon, what type of room you want on this campus, all of the hotels are there. We have worked a room rate of $119 for a night at the hotel. So if you come in Wednesday, spend a night Wednesday night, $119 is the room rate. You can check out the following day on your way to the conference, or as Matt mentioned, if you wanted to stay another night and enjoy the city. Very close to downtown Houston. You can literally walk to Georgia Brown Convention Center. You can walk to several restaurants. We have several of our members, Black-owned restaurants in the area. You're very close to the third ward area. So very pleased to find this African-American owned hotel. My goal today is to send out the link that allow you to directly go onto the website and actually gain access to it. So any questions about the host hotel? Any questions? Okay, wonderful. Well, the next thing I want to mention to you all is we are going, one of the things we're excited about is a partnership that we are creating with Texas Southern University. And we're very excited about this because we know that HBCUs are very critical to the future of the next generation of African-American entrepreneurs. We know that you have to expose students to entrepreneurship on the college level. We know that a lot of students don't want to go into corporate America. They want to own their own business. And we're very proud to create a partnership with Texas Southern. Recently, Texas Southern University named their second female president in the history of the university. So we're very proud that there's an African-American woman at the helm. She is 90 days in. But one of the things that's important to her is a partnership with the business community around the state. So one of the things that we're planning to do as part of the conference is to have a ceremonial MOU signing between Texas Association of African American Chambers, which is us, and Texas Southern University. And part of this is, one, the president wants to work with us in our chambers across the state, but also two, she wants us to help identify students for Texas Southern University. She has been raising funds for a presidential scholarship, where she has over $100,000 raised for students to participate in her presidential scholarship. And she will allow each of our chambers to name a student from your area to go to Texas Southern University and receive one of the presidential scholarships. So we're real excited about this, real excited to be able to brand each of the chambers within Texas Southern, and excited to work with the university to help students attend a historically Black college. We want to kick this off successfully with TSU, and then we want to move it to Houston-Tillotson College. We want to move it to Paul Quinn. We want to move it to Prairie View, and really take advantage of the HBCUs and the power that they have around the state in educating, again, the next generation of African-American entrepreneurs. So we're very excited. Dr. Lisa Crump Young will be our guest speaker at the luncheon, and will also, again, hopefully be in a position to move forward with the MOU signing. So real excited about that. So that's just a couple of the exciting things happening. Again, Matt went through the entire schedule with you all. We will be sending this week the registration link for you to register, and also for your members to register. Friday's virtual conference is at no cost as well, so you can send it out to your entire membership and ask them to register for the conference and join in on the education and in the learning. With that, I want to just mention again, we'll send out the registration link, we'll send out the hotel information and the more detailed flyer that our vice chair shared that has the actual schedule. And we'll get that information to you all so we can continue on this journey. Next week, as we close out this particular call, I do want to mention a couple things as we get ready for next week. But we hopefully will be in a position to announce our Hall of Fame inductee for the Black Business Hall of Fame. So we're gearing up for that. Hopefully you all are very excited about that. But hopefully by next week, we'll be in a good position to actually announce that and build some excitement going into the final couple of weeks as we prep for the conference. So with that, we have shared a lot with you. Want to just open up for any questions or comments that any of you all have.
Yes, Madam Chair. This is Andre in Preview.
Yes, ma'am.
And last week when we were talking, I did meet with Brian Rowland, the mayor of Preview, and I asked Mayor Rowland if there were some students that would also be interested in attending this conference and represent Preview. And so he did tell me he would get back with me, but he certainly would have maybe 2 councilmen or someone or students that would work along with TSU on the young entrepreneurship endeavor. So I guess if you could share more information with me directly with that so that I can get with him, as well as share that same information with Mayor Rowland, then we will be able to assist with that workshop.
Very good. Awesome. Thank you so much for following up on that for us.
And Ms.
Yes,
Miller,
ma'am.
I can also follow with Mayor Rowland as well. If he's interested, I definitely can and make a robust workshop that focuses on the undergraduate stuff as well. So.
Oh, great. Wonderful. Thank you.
That's very
Right. Good deal.
Any other questions or comments? Dr. Francis, your first time hearing all of this, but hopefully you are getting excited and ready to join us.
Yes, no questions, but yes, I am just taking it all in and making sure I have it to share with the rest of the board on our chamber. So thank you.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Dr. Francis, let me get your email address. Let me add you to this correspondence that we do.
Okay. Dr. Tammy Francis at gmail.com.
Easy enough for me. Okay, excellent. Brother Sims?
No, it's coming together well, and I will send out as much information as I can, get as many people as I can here. And so it looks like everything is central, and so that's going to be a great accent.
Excellent, excellent. We'll be sending out again the room block information. We'll be sending out this detailed flyer. We'll also be sending out the link for registration. And again, there's no cost. So we really want to push this as a member benefit that you all can share with your members as benefits for being part of your chamber, and then a benefit for your chamber being a part of the Texas Association of African-American Chambers. Mr. Gorey, any final comments, sir?
No, ma'am. Looking forward to the meeting. As I said, I'll be there. Met with my clubs. I hope I team up with you.
I love
Don't
it.
take my money. I know what that meant.
That's what that means.
Just joking. I look forward to
You
it.
got an easy target.
Right.
Yeah, excellent, excellent. Well, team, again, thank you everyone for your time. We wanted to keep the call 30 to 45 minutes, so we want to be a good stewards of your time. Our goal is every week just to check in, give additional updates, and keep the momentum going. I do want to just mention that we are in the process of elections. So Jim Wyatt has sent some initial information, but we'll be sending more. So please consider different roles and things of that nature that you want to personally play as a part of TAC. But just know that our elections will be held on October 28th also too. Mr. Vice Chair, anything I left out?
Just one other thing. I just received a message from Mr. O'Neill, Mr. President. He couldn't make it today because he had a death in near death. A close friend of a family passed away, and so we just saw that on the text ticker. So he apologizes for not attending. But I will provide the recording of last week's and this week's Monday Morning Momentum later on this afternoon for you, Madam Chair, and then we can distribute it once you approve it.
Okay, excellent. Sounds
all right.
Good. Thank you, everyone. Have a blessed day.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one.
Bless.